Hey, what's up guys, and welcome back to another video. And today we're playing some more Army Men of War, and this is the story of today's battle. So as we all know, the Greens are still at war with Tangeria, they're still at war with the Red Union, they're still at war with Growl, and pretty much every nation which isn't in the GBT alliance, being the Greens, the Blues and the Tans. And today the Queen wants to put an end to this. She wants to end the war in the east, so she is holding a conference in Grenfield, which is the new capital of Greenland, as the old capital, yes, became it became that. So anyway, the Queen has called in all of her congressmen, including a couple of her generals as well. We have one General Shawshank right here, and we also have General Grattan Jr. General Grattan Jr. is in charge of the front up near Fort Tan. In that direction, you can see it right there in the distance, look. And General Shawshank is the chief of the army all around, well, in Greenland, really. So General Shawshank and all the politicians are going to be going into this building right here, and they're all going to be listening to what the Queen has to say about ending the war in the east. But the Congress are not on the Queen's side, unfortunately, as Congress follow the Consul of Greenland, who was appointed by the King himself before he died, and this is one Secretary Grin right here. And Secretary Grin has basically more power than the Queen at this precise moment, as he thinks that she's a bit doolally and she's a bit too sympathetic to the Oranges, so she's not thinking with a clear mind. So Congress have pretty much overruled what she's had to say in her speech. Secretary Grin has got a little grin on his face as he has got his own way. The war is going to continue in the east, and yeah, that's pretty much what's happened with Greenland at the moment. So the war is going to continue, and it doesn't look like it's going to be coming to an end anytime soon. So another thing that's happened is Pearl has managed to smuggle in some Perlanese pirates, which are now Perlanese soldiers, into Greenland, and somehow they have got into the Congress Hall, and they're going to be wreaking havoc. I'm guessing that they're going to attempt to assassinate either the Queen or Grin or one of the other main characters of Greenland right here. But the only way that Pearl could have even got into Greenland's borders is that if there is a traitor amongst them. So one of these guys right here has to have set this up for the Perlanese pirates, or Perlanese soldiers, should I say, to even get into Grenfield in the first place. So I want to hear what you guys have to say in the comments. Let's make some conspiracy theories, and let's see what you guys have to say. And I don't know, who do you think the traitor is? So anyway, without further ado, I think we're going to get right into this battle. I'm going to shake my cursor like this, and we're going to enter the Green Congress Hall. So here comes the Queen of Greenland. Make way for the Queen. And on her left is Secretary Grin. You can see she is giving her speech to 750 congressmen right here. You can see that there are different shades of colour because these are two opposing parties. You can see that these are the ones backed by the Queen. Well, the ones that back the Queen, and the other ones are the ones that back the Consul of Greenland, which is Secretary... Oh god, what was that? It made me jump. That was really loud. It was like really loud in my headset. Ouch, my ears. They burst. They're bleeding everywhere. And here comes the purples. The Perlanese have militarized. They're coming in. Machine guns blazing. One thing that they did say before this battle, they stood at the door and went, "Remember, no orange." You know, there's a pun right there. I don't know if any of you guys got that. What do you think of the new UI, by the way? Look at that. We've got a Mighty Mapper logo. The Army Men of War logo. We've got some cool Lego bricks at the bottom. I'm going to start leaving it on rather than going into cinematic mode because it looks super dope. So big shout out to Gunther for the help with the UI. So right here anyway, we've got the purples. They've snuck a whole company of soldiers into Greenland, into Grenfield, and into the Great Green Congress Hall. They have just ambushed the Green Congress mid-session. You can see they've lost around, I don't know, 50 congressmen right here, look. Mainly from the opposition, as you can see. Maybe that raises some red flags. Maybe it's Queen Ivy, which is up to something. Or maybe it's one of the generals trying to throw a coup and overthrow the government. Like I say, let me know in the comments. Also, maybe Grin. Oh god, this purple's coming from the rear as well. They have completely taken over the building. Let's see if it's... Oh, Ivy and Grin are still alive. She's like, oh god, they're right here. What we're going to do, let's move them quick. Quick. I'm pressing the wrong button. I'm just going to try and get them to safety at the back there. That way the purples won't know that they're there. He's like, god damn it, what is going on? Is this you, Ivy? Did you do this? Are you trying to overthrow me? And she's like, no, of course not. It's nothing to do with me. It's you. You're trying to overthrow me. But, and nobody knows what's going on. The only ones that know what's going on is the purples right here. They have orange weapons, so why do the purples have orange weapons? Maybe that's a tiny little clue. You can see that some of the congressmen have picked up the weapons of the dead, and they're now having a go at taking out some of these Perlanese pirates right here. Look, they don't care. Look at those. They're armed to the teeth now. They're like, yeah, we used to be soldiers. We're greens. We don't really care for nonsense from any of you purples. Let's see, is there any men? Oh, there is a good few around here. We've got new guns in Army Men of War now. A brand new mod. We've got the Pechneg. Then we've got some variants of the AK-74, I believe. There's also the RPK. How are we doing over here? Did the Perlanese manage to actually kill anyone? I'm not too sure if they did, to be honest. I think they was expecting it to go down a lot, well, a lot better than this. They've managed to blow up a few chairs, kill about 50 congressmen so far. There are still hundreds of them left. Like I say, there were 750. So we're going to try and bring some of these guys into the main hall. Come on, you've got this. Hopefully I didn't just get them killed. No. Oh, this is so much more nostalgic. I cannot wait to get back into making more videos for you guys. The second this video is done, I'm going to start cracking on the next one. Especially now we've got a good storyline as well. No, no, no. What are you doing? Oh, this bullet is flying everywhere. Oh, he just punched him and picked up his weapon. Oh, that dude is badass. He's like, don't worry, boys, I got this. I got this. I'm going to carry you all. How are we doing over here? Queen is still alive, and so is... Oh, no, they've brought in some special forces. We've got new special forces of the Greens. They've come in, and they've secured the Queen, and also the Secretary of State. I think one of them is not too happy at the minute that the other is still alive, I'm guessing. I'll let you guys guess which one. And it's not going to be the one that you think either, because maybe I'm just going to read the comments and do the complete opposite of what you say. I'm only kidding. I've already got it written down, so if you guys come up with the right answer, I'll try and give you guys a shout out. Oh, that is a big gun, look. Look at him hold it there. He's like, this is really heavy, boss. Oh, he's dead. Wow, there's just so much action going on. Is there any more purples? I think we've got a handful of purples still left. They're still trying to breach. There's still like loads more in here. Let's just try and get them closer to the door and see if they can just take out some more of these congressmen. These are bad congressmen, by the way. We're talking like Nazi style, you know. Please don't demonetize me for just saying that word. But you gotta remember, the Greens are warmongers, and they have been since the First Great Plastic War. King Greenland has always been in control. He was known as the Puppeteer, the King of all Kings, the head of the UPN Council, a secret Illuminati organization which ruled all of Plastica. Okay, so now we've got the Queen secure. Well, I didn't even get them secure, the AI did. Brand new AI, by the way. They've got new animations and everything. We're going to start moving these in now to come and take out the remainder of these purples. So this was a good attempt on the Queen's life, or Grin's life. I wonder what happened to the generals. They were amongst them somewhere. They were standing at the sides, I think. That's where I placed them. But I did script a lot of them to run out of the building. Or should I say, I didn't script them, but they ran out of the building because some of them, clearly not all of them, were scared of the incoming bullets which were going over their heads and just ran straight out of the building. We've got more Perlanese. Clearly this is a suicide mission. Go for it. Oh no. Oh, there's too many dying. Remember, no orange or no purple, whatever you want to say. Purples with orange guns. Can hear those silencers. They're not so silent, are they, if they're making that sound? That's probably my best impression of a silencer right there. Mighty Mapper 2019. Oh, they're actually pushing them out. They're pushing them back to the front door. This would be a really cool map to make in Minecraft as well. Oh, we've got a cool gunfight there. Reminds me of Star Wars. The Theed Palace. Again, would be a really cool map to make as well. But as far as I'm concerned, this purple attack did not work. They did manage to kill off a lot of congressmen. And you can clearly see that now the Greens are going to be taking extra action against the purples. And if they find out that the oranges are the ones that militarize them, then they could be taking a lot of action against them. But Secretary Grin and the Queen are both still alive. If anything, the congressmen are pretty badass. Instead of running, they decided to stay, punch the Perlanese in the face, take their weapons, and hold the Congress Hall. This is the new capital, by the way. Take some shots. Oh! Fire! All these guns are so much more cooler. Okay, this is my new favourite game yet again. I did get a little bit bored, I'm not going to lie, of the last mod. That's kind of the reason why I stopped making Army Men of War videos. But now that we have this, I think we're just going to be making shed loads more of Army Men of War. That rhymed. Come on, what are you doing? Move closer. No, they're getting pushed back to the front door. The front door is just there. That congressman, he doesn't care, look. He's just standing there. This is a meeting gone wrong. Queen Ivy scheduled this meeting so she could address her nation and also try and persuade Grin and the rest of her cabinet, I guess, to pull out of the east and stop this crazy war which has been going on for absolutely ages now. The Greys have just taken the eastern main of Eastern Britannia as well, which means that the Blues are pretty much out of the war until they can take that back. So the Blue-Green Alliance is kind of like in a bit of a stalemate at the minute because the Greens are too weak to send troops over to help them. They're planning another invasion of Tangeria, as a matter of fact. And yeah, the Greens really want that new plasticium mine which the Tangerians have found in their mountains. Queen Ivy clearly wants to ally with the Tangerians instead of going to war with them, but the old policies of Greenland are still falling into place with Grin at their command. As long as Commander Grin is alive, this dude right here, the Queen has no say-so in what goes on in her kingdom. She is merely a figurehead, just like the British Queen really, even though the British Queen is pretty badass and she can literally declare war if she wanted to. But yeah, this one's pretty much whack compared to the British Queen. You can see that a few of the Queen's supporters survived. A lot of the Secretary of State's supporters survived as well. I love the sounds. Brand new Army Men sounds as well. But yeah, I think that's a win for the Greens. We can see the damage. We can see about, I don't know, I'd say nearly 100, 50 to 100 congressmen dead, I would say. Both of the VIPs secured. I think the generals have evacuated the building. And now it's just a clean-up for all of the Greens, so yeah, I think that's about it really. I'm just looking for more purples. So I do hope you enjoyed this video. There will be more Army Men of War coming out in the coming days. I'm super excited to get back into it with this brand new mod. I'm hoping that some of you guys have stuck around instead of I don't know, getting bored and leaving like a lot of people did with the last series. We're going to be starting up a brand new series, Series 3 of Army Men of War. And we're going to be venturing back into the human dimension very soon. So stick around, hit that subscribe button, also hit that like button, and I will see you all in the next one.